only 8 minutes late tonight.
How you doing? I'm Jenny Boom Boom. This is Bad Marriage for Life.
8 minutes late.
We're 8 minutes late tonight, and we apologize. It's killing Vic inside that we're 8 minutes late tonight.
Something like that.
Yes.
It's all my fault.
Yes, it is. No, actually, it's my fault.
No.
I went to go pick up my daughter from the bus station just now in Hartford because she decided to come home from Massachusetts. She has not been feeling well. She has pneumonia, and she wanted to come home. So we did not have the capability of going to get her. So therefore, we had her take the bus home for the first time ever today.
Yes.
So just letting you know, she's no longer contagious, so we didn't put people at risk. But she's just not feeling her best, so we decided to bring her home. And the craziest thing happened today. I want to tell you what happened to my daughter today. She's only used the Uber app 2 times. This is her second time today. Now, I've been using the Uber app when I travel, and I love it. I think it's super easy to use, right? She orders an Uber. The Uber comes to get her so she can go and head to the bus station in Boston. And do you know that when she was in the car, by accident, because she's not familiar with the Uber app yet, she canceled her ride while she was already in the Uber by accident, and the driver kicked her out of the car and made her get out in a neighborhood that she is not familiar with because she canceled the ride. So she was talking, with the driver, pleading with this man, saying, like, can I go back and reorder my ride? Like, what can I do? And he told her to get out of the car, that he already picked up another ride, left her on the side of the road in a neighborhood that she is not familiar with. That happened to my daughter today.
Very stressful situation.
Very stressful. So she was able to find somebody to come pick her up. She got to the bus station on time. She's back in CT safe, which is great. But I am so upset about the fact that this driver let my daughter out in some neighborhood. She don't even know anybody. Yes. Left her on the side of the road. Then she said, someone said, is this a true story? Yes, it is. It just happened. Then, just letting you know, some guy drives up. She's on the side of the road. Some guy drives up in a van and trying to get her attention to come to the van. This is all while she's on the phone with me. And long story short, she was able to tell that person, go away, I'm on the phone. So they drove off, but it's really scary, and it's really sad that happened today. So
absolutely,
I'm highly upset about the situation. But again, she's home, she's safe, and now she knows how to ride the bus to Connecticut from Massachusetts, which is a really great thing because me and Vic, we've been driving back and forth a lot to get her there and get her back. So
a lot of miles.
Well, it's not even the miles. It's just it's time consuming.
Yes, especially when there's construction.
Right, or traffic. It could be 2 hours each way.
Absolutely.
So, this is a good thing. It's life lessons, but, again, that was a really unfortunate circumstance that happened. But Vic is doing great today.
Yes, I'm doing great. I don't know what the process is that they use to, investigate, Uber drivers, things like that, but,
Well, this person, I have all his information. He's like a platinum driver. So, obviously, if he's I don't know too much about Uber, but supposedly, if you're a platinum driver, I'm assuming you're not doing things like this. Get what I'm saying? But, hey, I don't really know too much about it.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
I kind of feel like that's my fault and something that happened to her today.
Why?
Because when I was younger and stuff, growing up in the Bronx, me and my friends, we often used to jump out of cabs, without paying.
Well, that's not a good thing.
No, it's not. Not a good thing and stuff like that.
You're being awful.
Misspent, youth, and I grew up in the Bronx during the crack era and stuff, and these are the type of things that we did. So sometimes they say things like,
"You'll come back."
Come back.
Or how about when men are really bad to women?
Okay.
They always say that, I can't believe he's got a daughter now because he was so bad to women for so many years, right? It's kind of the same thing.
Yeah, kind of the same thing. Vice versa also and stuff, as far as women that have been terrible to men and stuff, and yeah.
I very rarely hear that women are terrible to men. It's really much more the other way around, but okay. All women are terrible to men.
Well, it's kind of
We're saints. We do everything right. All we want is a healthy, good relationship with a man that respects us and takes care of us, and we'll take care of them in return. Dia300 said, please contact Uber and make a complaint. Already did it.
Already did it.
Already did it.
Already on it.
Already. And I hope we get a gift card. I hope we do.
Gift card?
I'm always looking for a gift card.
I'm trying to cover college.
You're like, yeah. I think we're probably getting a gift card. They were like, do you want a refund? Like, no, we want more. We want more. God forbid anything had happened to her. We want more. Get it? Understand? That's what I'm out for at this point. That's what I'm out for.
She was in fear for her life.
Well, she was scared. She called, I was on the air. And Michi was in the studio. I'm telling him this. He's like, oh my God, can they even do that? Kid Fresh was like, is that against the law? These are questions that came up at the radio station today. You know? We don't know the answers to any of them. So, that's it. So, anyway.
That's right. You go, girl. Strong women stand up all day. Absolutely. You are a strong woman.
Well, thank you very much. Yeah. So, we had such a fun weekend this weekend.
It was a great weekend.
We did so much. So we went to Lyman Orchards over the weekend. We went to the zoo in Providence at Roger Williams Zoo over the weekend, which was...
Wait, for those that don't know what Lyman Orchard is, can you explain to them?
Lyman Orchard is a pumpkin patch around here, like a farm. It's an orchard. It's an orchard. You can go there and you can pick fruit and stuff. So that's like our annual thing every year. We did the corn maze.
It was a maze. Yes, it was very fun.
Okay, it was really fun, but this year for some reason the questions seemed harder. And we couldn't get out the corn maze. We were trying so hard. It was me, Vic, and Max. I normally have Sasha with me or Summer to navigate. No, it was me and the boys.
Yes.
Can I tell you something? We could not get out that corn maze. We tried.
The questions were all over the place.
And we had two different sets of questions. Like you could get the little kid questions and like the medium questions. And we thought we were answering stuff right. We could not get out that corn maze to save our life. And then we ended up with a whole group of people that couldn't get out either.
Jenny was the leader.
I was the leader, and I was talking to everybody like, do you guys know how we can possibly get out of this thing? So basically, long story short, we ended up asking, we cheated. Yeah. We asked one of the guys on the bridge, I'm like, I don't know how to get out of this corn maze. You might have to go get the dog. I was like, I do not know how to get out of this corn maze. I was like, somebody help us. So he was like, I'm going to try to lead you guys down the path a little.
Yes, lead us down.
He wasn't supposed to do it. He leaves the bridge. He's like, I'm going to help you. We walked out. There was like 200 of us all walked out of the corn maze at the same time. We looked like we were on the show Survivor or something. Or how about, wasn't it the show like 300 or something about all the people that came out of the alien ships? We were all lined up coming out and we all cheered like we survived the corn maze.
Yes.
But it was really fun. It was a great day. So
I was just trying to make sure we didn't have like a guy chasing us with a machete. In a hockey mask.
And speaking of that, so now we're planning this Halloween party. Now originally we were going to have an adult party, okay, and have like our friends all over and stuff. It's now turned into a party our son, hi Tony, our son Max is throwing, okay? Mm-hmm. So we're throwing it on Halloween. And he invited some of his guys, his friends or whatever.
The turn up is official.
Yes, and yes, it is. So I said to Max, we're sitting at dinner this week, and I said, hey Max, what games do you want to play? I want to make sure we can play games. We're going to do some food before we go trick or treating. So what games would you like to play? And Max said, well, Mommy, I don't know if they're still available. I'm like, well, what is it? Why don't you like pin the tail on the donkey? Like, what do you want to do? He goes, I want to get a Ouija board.
Yeah, we're not doing that. And
I'm like, a Ouija board? I was like, you're 10, we're not doing that. He said, why?
Yeah.
I go, because we don't need to like summon spirits to our home. Like, I'm never doing that. And then I said, well, is there another game you might want to play? And he goes, well, I thought of this really good like manhunt Michael Myers game where I chase people. And I'm like, now I'm thinking I need to definitely get this kid checked out because he's got some twisted things going on.
Yes, he's been watching a lot of Chucky.
He's been watching Chucky.
Chucky came back. There's a new series,
a TV
show about Chucky coming.
And Chucky is physically fit now.
Yes.
Like really physically fit.
Yes.
Almost muscular. And you keep saying, what did you do to his hair?
You got a perm or something.
You got a perm.
Yes.
His hair.
Chucky has a perm.
Chucky's hair is flat. Okay?
Chucky is a pimp.
He does look like a pimp.
Chucky the pimp.
Chucky got the good clothes on. He's physically fit. His hair looks really, really good. And Max he wakes up and watches this show. He was watching it before school today. And I'm like, what happened to the days where you wanted to watch like Nickelodeon?
Yes,
like now he's watching Chucky.
Yes, he was just watching the Goldbergs and the Bernie Mac show.
Yeah, now he's moved on to Chucky.
Yes, on Chucky. But I was trying to figure out. I don't know if I was as excited when we were kids when Chucky came out.
I remember when the first movie came out, everybody was talking about it. It was like kind of scary, funny. Mm-hmm. You know who's that's their favorite horror movie? My friend Erica Lynn. Oh, that's the favorite. The favorite.
Yeah, I can see her.
Yes. And she's so funny because it's her birthday. Well, her birthday already went by. We're going out Saturday night, girls' night out for her birthday.
Turn up is
because I've been traveling. We haven't had a chance to get together. She goes, maybe we can go see the Halloween Kills movie. Is that a sequel to Halloween? And I'm like, yes, it is, Erica. That's a sequel to Halloween, and we can go see it. But because the reason why is she loves Chucky.
Yes.
She's addicted to Chucky. Every time I'm like, yo, let's watch a scary movie. She's like, can we watch Chucky?
Right. For me, it was Nightmare on Elm Street.
I loved those movies when they came out.
Especially like the one and two especially. You know, those were mine. I was Friday the 13th a little bit too. And stuff, you know.
Jason's that's boring.
Yeah, no. Like
I mean, the first one's good when Jason's mother is killing everybody.
Well,
and then even the sequel, but after that it was like,
yeah. I kind of like the sex scenes in like
Friday the 13th. There's always a lot of sex scenes.
There was always a lot of horny camp stuff going on.
They did not go to camp, obviously.
I did not go.
I went to church camp. I went to Episcopal camp. Okay.
I want to
tell you that at Episcopal camp, nothing horny went on. At least I know of. Okay.
Friday the 13th, it was always something they was either doing it by the lake or doing it in the band, and then Jason just would come out and just kill them all. Just stick the thing straight through both bodies.
Yes, that's true. That is true. So Dia300 said Chucky is one crazy doll. His wife is absolutely crazy. Okay, can I tell you about that? So I'm with.
Oh, there was a wife.
Yes.
Right too.
Yes.
What was the wife?
Okay, so I was here with Max one afternoon. I don't know where you were, but we were. It was on the weekend, so he was like, "Hey, Mom, can we watch Chucky?" He's really addicted to the Chucky. Okay, so he was like, "Do you want to watch Seed of Chucky?" And I'm like, "Oh, I guess so. Sure." So I'm sitting on the couch watching Seed of Chucky. That thing is like a porn. It's a porn. I was watching it like, Max, I don't think we should be watching this. Like, this doesn't seem like it's appropriate for you. You're 10. He's like, no, it gets good. They have a baby. I'm all.
So it's teaching life. Chucky's teaching life lessons.
Yeah, I guess so.
Chucky is educating.
It was like a guide. Guide to sex. But anyway, I told him, I go, Max, we got to turn this off because I'm embarrassed watching this with you. Yes. I can't watch the Seed of Chucky.
But what are you gonna do if he asks to go buy a Chucky doll? Will you get it?
No. He already said that. He goes, do you know that they sell those My Buddy dolls? And I go, yeah. And I go, in fact, okay, remember? The Buddy dolls, did they come out before or after Chucky? I believe they came out before.
Oh, probably.
And then 50 Cent made the My Buddy song, which of course wasn't about that. He just used like the phrasing from the commercials, My Buddy, My Buddy.
Right.
But it was really bad. It's gone.
Right.
But he said to me, he goes, Mom, can I go out and buy a My Buddy doll? I go, no. And he goes, well, I really want one. They're like cool and stuff. I go, no.
It's not happening. It's not at all.
Like, why would he think I would bring that into my home?
You know what the funny thing is? He asked me the other day, he's like, Dad, I heard about this thing. Have you ever said Candyman in the mirror 3 times?
So I was watching the original. See, we're like horror freaks in this house, okay? Around this time, we go crazy.
I told him no.
Right, so I was watching the original Candyman, not the new one, the original Candyman. I like all the old horror movies.
Yes.
I was watching it, and he kind of came in on the end where there was a whole pile of stuff in front of the projects, and they had set fire, and Candyman was in there, and whatever, and the lady and the baby and whatever.
Right.
And he goes, oh, isn't this about you're not supposed to say it too many times in the mirror? And I go, yeah. I go, you should never do that or say Bloody Mary too many times in the mirror, because I remember like at sleepovers we would sit in the mirror and like try to do it and stuff. Now I would never do that in a million years because I know that she might pop up.
Right. Yeah, I never did.
I believe in all this stuff. I'm superstitious. So anyway, he's like, goes in the mirror and he's like, I'm going to say it. I'm going to say Candyman that many times, Mom. I go, if you say that, I'm leaving. I'm leaving you in the house. Like,
see, this is all coming from you.
It is.
Yes, I never did anything like that. I never did anything like that. ever. And stuff like that.
It
As
is.
a child, I watched the movies and kept it moving.
Yeah,
and stuff
it's
like
me.
that. I would never go in the mirror and say Candyman, Bloody Mary, or anything.
Don't say it anymore because we said it too many times now.
Oh, we said it. We're in the mirror. Oh, damn. No, but you gotta say it 3 times in a row or something like that.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not doing it.
That doesn't count. And
no,
stuff like that.
I don't want to do it. I got enough issues.
No, not at all. So,
I got enough issues.
That's it.
Yeah.
But now I'm looking forward, I mean, I know, Halloween is a different type of holiday and stuff.
I love it.
But, I just enjoy it, as far as, just watching the kids have fun.
Right.
That's something,
It's fun.
that part about it. When I was a kid, Halloween was a day where we went, through eggs and shaving cream.
I'll never forget. Someone did that to me when I was. Buck Sharp did that to me. I was leaving my house to go trick or treating. I had just, how back in the day everybody would spray their hair different colors, and I came out, and Buck Sharp, I'll never forget it. He came and put an egg on top of my head and then coated it with shaving cream.
Oh man!
I was just a little kid, and he did that to me.
Man.
So I definitely owe that guy one.
Elementary school, 188 from Webster, Marion, to Elm to T-Bow to the downtown to Grand Concourse. Halloween time, eggs and shaving cream battles in elementary school were the best.
Do kids even do that anymore? Like,
I don't know if they do that anymore. We're not trying to encourage it. It's a children or anybody, you know what I'm saying? We're not trying to encourage it. But but as a youth, it was so much fun. It's kind of, it was kind of like, how people play paintball or whatever stuff.
So Dio300 said Freddy Krueger, that was scary too. Yes. And one of the best Freddy Krueger movies, The Nightmare on Elm Street, was it number 1 or number 2, where they get stuck in the insane asylum. Mm-hmm. Was it an insane asylum? Freddy Krueger's mother was a nun that got stuck, got trapped in an insane asylum that she was working at,
right,
after hours.
Oh, I don't remember.
And she was raped by the inmates people there, and that's how Freddy Krueger was born.
I don't remember that.
Yes.
I have to go back.
That's one of the best movies right there, Nightmare on Elm Street. Absolutely.
Yes, it is.
Oh, it's time for Ask Anything. So this is the time.
No, we already passed that. It's not your business.
No, it's it's 7:25. It's time for Ask Anything on Bad Marriage for Life. You can ask us anything that you would like to ask us, and we'll answer it honestly and openly.
Anything involving Halloween, you can ask us.
Or our relationship, our lives. Anything that you want to ask, we will answer you honestly. Because Bad Marriage for Life is about honesty and transparency. That's what we are here for.
And minding your business.
And if you're just joining us for the first time, the reason why we do this show is we've been together for almost 20 years, and we've had our ups and downs.
Downs and ups.
And we started talking about this last summer, about the fact that a lot of times, especially on social media, couples try to act like everything's so beautiful and wonderful in relationships. Relationships are filled with ups and downs, left and right. People change, they grow over time, they become different people. Evolve. And sometimes for the worse.
Yes.
And sometimes for the better. And people grow apart. Things happen in relationships. There's cheating, there's financial problems, children, they cause stress in relationships.
Health problems, spiritual.
All right,
things.
Okay, yeah.
Yes, everything, emotional.
Okay, anyway, all right.
So your soul and stuff.
Your soul gets captured by
being at peace and stuff.
By Freddy Krueger.
Yes.
Yeah. So anyway, that's
all that's important.
And we started this show during COVID when we were trapped in the house together.
While I was barbecuing, she asked me, "Hey, you want to do this?" She said, "People think you're funny."
Yeah.
I said, "Well, why not? I don't care. Right. I'm trying to flip these burgers."
So that. Boogers or burgers?
Burgers.
So that's why we started the show last year. We brought it back this year, and we're not stopping.
And we're just having fun.
Yeah, we're having fun with it. And sometimes it gets a little deep, too.
Thank
you for reading the comments. You rock. Well, thank you so much for even commenting. We appreciate your love and support because Bad Marriage for Life is such a fun show that we love to do. Yeah. And sometimes it really is therapy for us as well. We walk away from the show feeling better because sometimes we get things out that maybe we were holding in.
Yes, absolutely.
Yes.
She gets things out and she feels better after the show. I'm just happy.
You too. Let's not forget a couple weeks ago. I'm a control freak, supposedly. Hi, Low Sublime Player. How are you? He's like, you're a control freak. You interviewed my
And
niece,
I'm on the
DK
show.
Movement. Oh, yes, I did. DK Movement. Yes, I did on Small Business Tuesdays. That's another show I do on Tuesday nights at 7.
Yes.
Small Business Tuesdays, where I interview businesses from around the area. And even farther, because yesterday I interviewed a business from Delaware, which is dope.
Beautiful.
Yeah, that was a wonderful thing. So.
Absolutely. It's a beautiful show, and it's a beautiful situation, for people who are trying to, get out there and do what they need to do and let people know, the products that they have or the services that they have.
Yeah,
so
it's a great thing. I absolutely love it. Yeah.
You know.
So tomorrow night at 7 o'clock, I'll be talking to a friend of mine who's actually running for political office.
Yes, absolutely.
He's got something big going on. It's out in New Britain. And you're going to want to hear what this guy has to say, because he's got a lot of great ideas on how to make New Britain a little bit better and the surrounding area as well.
Absolutely. That's all.
So that does it for us. I'm going to go spend time with my daughter. She's had a very hectic day today.
Yes.
If you missed any part of the show, make sure and go and watch it. It's going to be up on our IG momentarily. Also, on top of that, it will be on my YouTube, Jenny Boom Boom TV, and my Facebook, Jenny Boom Boom.
All right. Have a good night. That sounds good. That says it all.
Okay.
You want to kiss each other goodbye?
No, I don't.
That's it. Oh, I did. I think I just grabbed your
No, I don't. No, you didn't. You grabbed. See, and that's what. See, these are a few things that men shouldn't do. Don't assume my fat roll is my boob.
No. My fault.
Because that's what you did. You grabbed. No, I do have a fat roll, and you grabbed it and thought it was my boobs.
It's beautiful. It's loving. It's hugging.
He always says stuff like that. Meanwhile, I'm like, say to him, I'm like, are you going to work out?
That's it. It's beautiful. Can you add me, please?
Lois, we're all done with the show.
Yeah,
you don't have time.
Yeah, I'll let you next week.
Next week, okay? All right. See ya. Thanks so much for watching. Bye.